through an enormous field, and there's like two giant armies on either side. And in front of you stands a man with a face that's just blue. Roll a sleight of hand check.
That's a 9.
9?
Yeah.
That's right. You can never take his freedom.
I tried.
Welcome to Threshold Moonlight, our D&D 5e podcast. My name is Matt, and I'll be your dungeon master for this adventure.
My name is Tom, and I'll be playing the not Scottish main character. Cress.
Update. Steve and I have been discussing, and everyone in Threshold Forever is Scottish now.
No.
No, that's not a thing that we're going to do. We're going to pick up where we left off last time on a boat.
I'm on a boat.
On a boat with no name, captained by a classic, one of our friends.
Two Shots McGee. His last name's McGee.
I believe his name is Two Shots.
I see.
I don't know, actually. Maybe it is. You are floating your way, sailing towards the enormous city of Olengrad. You see two very large domes rising up, overlooking most of the city. And down in the lower portion, you see a dock, and you see it float on by as Two Shots continues, sailing further north, not going to this, what seems to be a nice dock established, ready for him to pull into it. And as you sail past, you notice him, he's sort of like wandered over towards you, and he's standing next to you, and he looks a little bit nervous.
You seem to have missed the city there.
He grumbles and looks around nervously.
Should I make a perception check?
Am
I just going to find out that he's nervous?
Probably. I mean, normal humans would probably... Well, I guess you're not a human now, are you? Normal people would probably, ask if they wanted to know how someone was feeling. Whatever.
Cress isn't really good with emotions.
It's a good point. He's got that minus to charisma.
I'm just going to stare at him. I kind of...
there's an awkward interchange where he's just grumbling and looking nervous, and you're staring.
And I furrow my
eyes.
brow. I'm like, and I start grumbling
Perfect.
too.
There you go. He notices that you're staring at him, and he says to you, I might have been less than upfront with you before. See, we were already heading up here to Olengrad before we met you. Honestly, I didn't think you'd make the journey, so I didn't think it'd be a problem, but here we are. I'm not in so great with the people we're about to meet. You seem pretty capable. What would it take to keep you around?
I need information.
Well, if information's what you're looking for, I guess we're headed to the right people.
I'm fine working with you if you've got some contacts.
Contacts. All right. And you continue sailing further north. You're not going to jump off the boat and turn into a shark or something?
It looks cold.
Okay. Great. He seems happy that you're sticking around. Slightly less nervous. You pull into.
So what I do to try and give Two Shots? See, I fashioned a strange scaly eye patch out of Mr. Kraken.
No.
I'll put it on.
Oh no.
I put on my eye patch.
Krakens don't have scales.
I put on my Kraken eye patch.
Damn it. Everyone looks at you a little repulsed, like, really? That's weird.
It smells kind of bad.
People can't tell because you smell even worse.
Whoa. Hey.
Ew.
I've been swimming with dead fish.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually,
well. Anyway, you make your way north, and Two Shots begins like sort of doing very strange maneuvers at the wheel, turning the ship left and right, weaving, it seems, in between unseen obstacles, and you make your way to a hidden cave. And he directs the ship through this opening and into a dock, a very what's the word? A concealed dock. That's not the word I wanted. It's clandestine. I like that word.
I have no idea what you're going for.
Yeah, it doesn't apply here. Anyway, you pull into this dock, and there's a group of men waiting for you. They hoist the ship in, and there's not enough room for any other ships here. So this is clearly designed for whatever purpose it's being used for right now. And you see Two Shots sort of nervously walk off the boat and down towards these people. As he walks past you, he kind of nods his head like, "Follow me, please."
Okay, I'm following him.
Great. The two of you, and along with the remaining crew who are still alive, make your way down, and you're met with 20 or so tough-looking men, a few dwarves, a few human men, and in the front of them, there is one man in particular who his armor's a little bit cleaner, a little bit nicer than everyone else's, and it bears the insignia of a hawk in silver, just on his chest.
Is he a human or a dwarf?
He is a human.
Okay. I'm not sure.
What is your passive perception?
15.
Okay, let me just really quick.
Oh God, that's a lot of dice.
You notice actually, as you walk up to this group, that there is an elevated platform that runs all around this dock, maybe 20 feet up. Oh, I'd say 30 feet up, actually. And concealed up on this platform, you notice that there's at least 4 archers. Okay. They're not aiming at you yet. They're simply hiding.
I throw a dagger at them.
Do you really?
No.
One of these days, man.
I need
to throw a dagger at them.
I need to throw a dagger someday.
The subsequent melee destroys the entire strip. Are you happy?
There we go.
So you walk up to this man, and we're going to switch things up here a little bit so that I don't have to talk to myself. Are you good playing Two Shots here for this encounter?
Yeah, sure.
Wonderful. You know as much as you need to in order to play this character.
Should I just go full pirate?
Yeah. I guess you don't know everything. He's been bringing them goods in the past, and yeah. So this is not the first time he's met them. You walk up.
Can I have a name?
For this man?
Yeah.
Oh, he's going to do it in character, but yeah. You know that this man's called Sirio Silvercrest. So you walk up, and he says to you, "You Two Shots. Mr. Two Shots, welcome back. So glad you could find it in your busy schedule to fulfill your duties."
Almost died on the way.
Almost died, eh? How was Syraxis? What was so important there that you couldn't fulfill your obligations here?
Important people needed me to make a run.
I see. Well, perhaps you should know.
He's getting a little nervous. He goes, "You know how it is with the nobles. Sometimes you got to do things you don't like to do."
We know all about that. Now, I think perhaps you should know. 20 of our men were lost in the caves because you failed to bring us these supplies. How are we going to reconcile this little problem?
You see that guy over there? He's whispering, so Crest doesn't hear.
Okay.
You see that guy over there? He's worth about 20 men. I bet you I could convince him to do something for you.
Interesting proposition. We're interested. However, we'll need monetary compensation in addition.
Monetary compensation? You're supposed to be the one paying me.
20% of your usual fee for this shipment.
20? I've sailed from the elves' homeland. I could make do with 80, nothing less.
80%? You must be out of your mind, Mr. Two Shots. You see, we had an agreement that was amenable to both sides, and you chose to break that agreement. Do not take advantage of my good-natured offer. If you manage to fall back into the former arrangement we had, we would certainly provide you the appropriate compensation. However, given your indiscretions over the last few months, 20% is more than fair.
You northerners let the cold go to your head. 20%. See if I'll be insane enough to run goods to you again. And then I think Two Shots is just going to storm off and start unloading. Start getting his crew to unload.
You're making a mistake, Mr. Two Shots.
And as he walks by Cress, he's going to say to the other guy, Silvercrest?
Sirio? You got the last name right.
Sirio. He's gonna say, you can talk to my new associate. And then to Cress, he's gonna whisper, kill him if you get the chance.
Oh shit. Okay.
And so Cress is now gonna walk up to Sirio and look. Sirio, is that his name? You just told me.
Yes, Sirio.
I'm gonna have to write down the first.
That's fine. You've noticed as you're walking up that the men behind Sirio have sort of shifted, and they're all standing up with hands on their weapons, not drawn, but they're ready if you try something.
So Cress is gonna come up and go, Two Shots is a greedy bastard. We both know that.
You sound awfully like it. No.
I got one voice.
That's fine. It's all good.
Two Shots is a greedy bastard.
There you go. Cress has a weird new voice for this season.
I've gotten seasick over the journey.
Oh, goodness. Okay, so you walk up to him. What are you going to say?
Two Shots is a greedy bastard. We both know that.
Hi.
I don't really know what I'm doing up this far north. I'm looking for an elf. Last I heard, she was somewhere in these mountains.
An elf girl, you say?
Yes.
We haven't seen many of your kind at all. Why would I be going sharing information with an associate of Mr. Two Shots here when he has chosen to do wrong by us?
I mean, he ran you your goods. He lost a lot of men on the way. If you need help with something, I could do it. But as I said, he's kind of a bastard. He's probably going to be pouting in his cabin for a little bit. So if there's anything I could help with, I'd like to move things along.
Give me persuasion.
Fuck. Crit fail.
Crit fail.
Out of character. What would happen if we fight him right now?
I don't know. It's a possibility that he's prepared for. I don't know what that's going to do to your situation.
There's some people up there. I don't really have a way to hurt them at all.
Yeah, he seems like he was ready for this confrontation. So he's going to say, "Aye, move it along would be agreeable. However, we cannot agree to let him go for more than 20% of his fee."
What if whatever you need done, whatever he's been holding up, I do it. You can throw him in whatever jail you have in the meantime. And if I do right by you, you pay him what he's earned after his comfortable stay with you.
We would like to move this along as well. But we cannot forgive outright his past indiscretions. We depend on these supplies. 20 men lost in those caves because we did not have what we needed to take care of the... He pauses for a minute and considers his words. Infestation. 20% for this round of goods. We'll pay him the 100% for every shipment thereafter, so long as he holds up his end of the bargain.
I don't see him ever running another round up to you guys if you only pay him 20%. You gotta beat him at like 60 at least.
Give me persuasion.
Not a good day. Oh, that's an 18, not an 8. 17.
17.
I gotta roll with the less complicated die. Like, I was really fancy D20, but I could never read the numbers on it.
So he hears your words, he considers and responds, 40%. And he'll try to persuade you. Ooh, he rolled a 20. So he's pretty resolute in the 40. You're gonna come back at him with anything?
Can Two Shots do something kind of crazy?
I mean, it's your call.
What if Two Shots was rigging the boat to just totally catch fire?
No, he would never do that to his own boat.
Okay, you said it was like a really nondescript boat, so I didn't know if it was just like he.
It's his boat. It's nondescript.
I thought he just stole a boat. He is a pirate.
No.
It's the Millennium Falcon of the.
No, this is the same boat that Christine and her group took to.
Do I know what he's
delivering mountains in the first place?
So Two Shots probably is delivering some cold iron or something like that, right? I'm not sure.
Probably, or something like that. Yeah.
I'm gonna say Two Shots comes out of the his what's the hold, whatever's underneath.
Okay.
And he's drinking a bottle of rum.
Okay.
And he says, "Hey, Silvercrest, how's this for 20%?" And you see him start chucking cold iron bars into the bay. So he's unloading his goods just into the water now, pissed off.
Okay, so he's just dumping cargo.
I think so.
Okay. You don't know actually what's in the boxes.
I don't think Cress would.
But no.
Two
yeah.
Shots would.
Yeah, but I'm not going to tell you what's in them because then your player knowledge gets a little confused with NPC knowledge. So he's just dumping stuff into the water.
It's not clear what it is. He might be totally. Actually, can I roll like a deception check?
Sure.
Sure. So Two Shots. I assume he has got a charisma bonus of some kind. If you want to give me one.
Oh, that's right. Okay. You want deception? +4 for his deception roll.
So he's rolling a 16 deception check. I want to say he's dumping whatever's the least valuable thing on his boat.
Okay.
But trying to pretend that it's their goods. So whatever,
okay.
If it's like garbage, if it's he's switched a box underneath the hold and he's dumping it, And he goes,
okay.
"Oh, it looks like you're 20% sinking in the bay there." And he's just drinking rum.
Okay, so Sirio, I'm not sure how Sirio would react to this, so I'm gonna roll and give it a 50-50 that he's extremely angry or very nervous.
Okay. And Cress is gonna say something before that happens.
Oh, okay, maybe that'll change the roll.
He goes, 2 shots, you freaking lunatic! What are you doing?
Okay, yeah, that'll actually bolster it. So Sirio is considerably unnerved by this, and he's going to shout, 60%.
Cress is gonna say deal right away and like go to shake his hand.
Okay, yeah, he'll shake your hand. Sirio's gonna look to his men and say, "Someone go stop that lunatic."
Yeah, and 2 shots.
Get our goods.
Still gonna be kind of drinking. Cress still thought it was like important, so Cress got deceived too. So I don't really know what his state of mind is. He just feels like he's dealing with 2 lunatics, and so he's just gonna be like, "Okay."
The archers have walked down from their perches. They're no longer up there, and you see the group of we'll call them thugs, just because they seem to be intimidating you, but you're not really sure what they are. They move to the ship to begin unloading the crates, and Sirio walks back to a small a box, like a chest, and takes some handfuls of gold and shovels them into a pouch. And he walks back over towards 2 shots in his direction and gestures for him to meet him down off of the ship.
I've got a feeling that this is like, these are not good people as far as like, can I make a perception check or some sort of...
The insight.
Okay.
If you want to see...
That's an unnatural 20. And I want to see...
Okay.
I'm trying to figure out whether this is an underhanded dealing. I know it is, but I'm like, is his heart in the right place? Sirio.
He's not a bad guy.
Okay.
You don't identify him as trying to be a bad guy. He's not killing babies or anything.
But
horrible.
like, does it seem like he's taking goods and hoarding them for profit and like? I just
there's no way
know,
for you to tell that from what
I'm trying to decide whether Cress wants to kill him, basically.
Well, every time that he's referred to, let's say that you've considered this whole interchange, and every time he's referred to the 20 men that were lost in the caves, you could tell that he genuinely was upset that they were lost.
So Cress doesn't want to kill this guy.
Okay.
Probably
a good choice.
He considered it. 2 shots told him to kill him. She trusted.
That is true.
He trusted that one guy, and that guy double crossed him, and then lots of weird stuff happened. So
that is true.
Now, when Cress meets someone, he's thinking, "Should I just stab you?"
I throw a dagger at him.
He's always ready to throw a dagger at him. Okay, so I'm assuming people are loading stuff off. 2 shots is sitting on his ass, drinking some rum.
He's not going to come down and get the gold?
Yeah, he probably would. He'd probably scamper down to grab the gold first. And then...
simple interchange. They hand it off, and
then he goes and, like, sits on some boxes and starts drinking.
Okay, perfect.
I'm assuming. And Cress walks over to Sirio and goes, "Look, it seems like I'm between a lunatic and someone running some sort of underground trading business. I don't know what's going on here. I'm just looking to find a female elf in this area. Do you have any place I can get started? Any contacts?"
Underground trading business. That's rich. Why should I help you, elf?
I can help you. You said you've lost men fighting something.
Aye.
I'm a man of certain talents.
Talents, eh? If you're gonna be any use to me, you'd certainly have to be able to hit that target up there. And he points up to where those the archers were hiding. He gestures up to a lantern that's up there, indicating that he wants to see if you could break that lantern.
Break it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna throw a dagger.
It is roughly, we said 30 feet up, and you're maybe 20 feet away.
Does that mean
So-
I can't throw a dagger?
It's a good distance. It's outside of your dagger's normal range. You'd throw at disadvantage.
I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm feeling bold.
All right.
Let's see if I can impress this man.
Let's see.
That's a 19 to hit. Do I get the full attack bonus? Right? I get to throw.
Wow. Okay. You do. You nail this sucker.
Wait, hold on. So after I nailed it, I then used my bracer to rip the dagger back out of the air into my hand.
Okay. Perfect.
So like it just looks really cool. Like I basically boomerang it. I whip the
Perception.
dagger.
Okay.
Or you want me to do a perception check?
Yeah, perception check while you're doing this.
That one's only a 10.
Okay. You see him look impressed. You're not sure how impressed he is. He covers it up pretty quickly thereafter. And he says, I think we could find a use for someone with your talents. Are you afraid of danger, boy?
I'm not afraid of anything anymore.
Good. Rather cryptically, and he's gonna walk off and talk to some of his men. He keeps gesturing to you as he does so. It looks like he's informing them that you're going to be joining them and potentially going to rescue these men.
Okay, I was thinking about trying to replace the lantern with a flame, but there's nothing good. I'm just gonna set the whole building on fire if I try that. Just like throw.
It's not a building; it's a cave. So
set the whole
right.
cave on fire.
Yeah, the cave is made out of coal. Perfect.
I didn't want to do fire anyway. Okay,
Good.
what's going on now?
So they're chatting. Two Shots is drinking, and everyone seems a little more calm than when you first arrived, which is impressive. I really thought there was going to be combat during this interchange, so good on you for that. Are you
I'm a
ready
lover,
to
not a fighter.
bail on Two Shots at this point?
I might go say bye to him.
He's drinking pretty heavily at this point.
Yeah,
He grumbles. Thanks.
Yeah, I don't think we. I'm just gonna give him a. You didn't really throw anything valuable overboard, did you? Give him like a squint.
He smiles and laughs.
And then that's it. Like
You notice that all of your things were dumped overboard.
Oh shit! My staff. That's priceless.
Oh man, that'd be really funny. Anyway, he didn't do that because you're wearing all of those
I know
things.
it'd just be really funny for me to be like, wait a second,
I'm naked suddenly. Oh no!
I forgot I left all my things in a nondescript box. So let's who do I need? I go back to Sirio, and I'm just like, so, are we ready to take off?
You've shown some skill for certain, Elf. But if you're looking to join, you'll have to prove yourself first.
I'm just sick of standing around. Tell me where to go.
He gestures to a group of two of his men to join with you, and they chuckle as they lead you towards a cave out the back of this, I guess a tunnel leading out the back of this cave. There's a few tunnels that actually lead out of here, but they take you down one that's dark, particularly dark. And you begin wandering into the Mammoth Mountains, accompanied by these two men. Both of them are humans, by the way.
Okay.
And you wander off.
And so I go. So there are a lot of those little beard people around here? The little...
They grunt, and they don't really acknowledge that you're, like, even with them.
I see.
They're kind of being dicks.
That's fine with me. Where are we going?
We're going into the mountains, boy. We're going to get back our men. You agreed to come with. I expect you to do so quietly.
Okay. Cress shuts up and goes with them wherever we're going.
They lead you through some twists and turns. They have lit torches, by the way, because they cannot see in the dark.
Losers.
You say that to them out loud?
I make a 17 or 21 stealth check just to mutter losers under my breath.
Yeah, that's fine. You call them losers under their breath, and they feel a little bit worse about themselves, but they don't know why.
I just pretended I coughed. There's some little vicious mockery going on. Losers.
Oh, man, that's fantastic.
Stink in these caves, sorry.
As you make your way through these caves, you knock your dice tray and make a noise that's loud.
Oh no, my stealth check.
You are you guys stealthing? The two guys in front of you aren't.
I only stealthed to call them losers. That's
yeah.
That's as far as I went.
No, they're just walking normally, and you turn a corner and come to a larger opening. There's some room here to move around, maybe 40 feet by 45 feet in a circular, shape. The ceiling rises up beyond where you can see even. It's rather tall. Make a perception check.
20?
No, you don't notice anything. Excellent. But you're going to need to roll initiative at this point.
Oh, boy.
I'm going to roll for the two dudes as well.
21.
21. Wonderful. However, in a fantastic surprise round, you see 10 small white dwarves. Their skin is like blue, their hair is white. They look crazy. They emerge from the rocks all around you and charge forward, smashing with hammers and pickaxes. So two of them, I guess four of them, two each, are going to go and attack your friends there. I'll roll that attack first. The losers, that's right. They're going to take a minus to their lives for everything because you call them losers, and they die immediately. No. Let's see. Two of those are going to hit. One hit on each of your friends there, dealing them each a small amount of damage. And then the remaining 6 come for you. Let's see. 8 to hit.
8's a miss.
15.
Still a miss.
Okay, so that misses. That misses. 17.
It's a hit.
Okay, so 2 of them are going to hit. So that's 12 damage to you as 2 of the dwarf things that you don't know, but they're Duergar.
Cress is going to say, little albino beard people.
That pretty accurately describes them. So everyone's taken a hit from these little weird dudes, and that takes us to the top of the order with you.
Where is the biggest group of them?
There's like 4 of them. Well, there's 6 of them around you. They've all just tried to attack you. They've sort of like moved in and out and made their swings quickly. And
I want to thunder wave them all.
okay, you can probably hit 5 of them, we'll say.
But will it also hit me and my compatriots?
How big is the radius?
A 15-foot cube. But
It'll hit you.
I can throw it. Okay, I'll thunder wave them and myself. We'll see what happens here.
Okay.
Oh, I really hope I don't miss this save. Okay,
What is the save?
con save.
Okay, so 5 of them are going to be hit. Okay. Well, the good news is the 2 of them rolled a 1.
It's going to be 14 damage if they fail a 14 DC save. 7 damage if they pass.
All of them actually fail.
And I failed
DC
too.
14.
Oh,
Yeah, you suck.
So what's gonna happen is a little bit ahead of me, where I see these guys gathering. I'm gonna snap the twig and try to thunder wave that area, and you're gonna hear like a deafening crack, and then bam, everyone who failed is gonna go flying, including me.
Okay. How far?
10 feet.
Okay, and how much damage do they take?
They take 14 if they failed, and 7 if they succeeded the save, and they don't move if they succeeded.
No, they all
So we're
failed.
basically just gonna go flying then.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna hit the wall and start coughing up blood a little bit.
They also are coughing up a lot of blood. The 5 that you sent flying, they've all landed in a heap on the far side of the cave. That takes us to your friends, who are each going to pull out a mace. They're going to make 2 attacks against 1 target each. Both hit. They do a good amount of damage. They swing their maces, connecting solidly. Oh, they have multi-attack. I forgot about that, so I have to make another roll. Fantastic. They hit with both of them, so they're going to deal a really good chunk of damage to these... what did you call them? Crazy albino dwarves?
Beard people.
They do a good chunk of damage. Yeah. And that takes us back to you.
Okay.
Okay.
Did I hit a wall?
You didn't. Maybe you landed on your feet.
Okay, so
You're falling the opposite direction from them.
I went staggering back, and I'm going to kind of like shake my head. I'm a little, like my ears are ringing, and I'm just going to heal myself. I'm just going to cure wounds.
Well, I mean, you can do that on your turn.
I thought this is my turn.
Did I say back to you? Because I meant to say back to the Duergar.
Oh. Well, then I kind of did the whole thing, and my ears are ringing, and then I guess albino little beard people are going to come running at me.
They are going to come running at you. How far are you launched?
10 feet.
Okay, so that's a grand total of 20 feet that they have to move. Yeah, we'll say that all of them make it again, because they do have enough movement to make that. So 6 more attacks coming your way. Those 3 are for sure gonna hit.
Oh gosh,
that's an 18.
Yeah.
Okay, and then a 15.
15 misses.
Okay, so those 3 miss. So 3 are gonna hit, 3 are gonna miss. Let's see. Let me roll the damage on this as 3 of them charge forward, 1 with a pickaxe and 2 with war hammers. And they swing their attacks against you. Wow, they rolled very low. 11 damage as they come running forward with their tiny little feet, carrying them as quickly as they're able.
Okay, well, in this case, is it my turn?
Yes, it's back to you. For real. Oh, I'm sorry. What am I saying? The 4 that are around your buddies have to make their attacks as well. Man, I shouldn't have this many dudes in an encounter. They hit, and they deal low damage, so your dudes are all right. They're not even bleeding yet, but they're surrounded, and that's not great. And now it's back to you.
Okay, I'm pretty bloody, and now that they're around me, I am not going to conventionally heal. I'm gonna turn into a bear. So
okay. Do you want to make an intimidation check as you turn into a bear?
Okay, so as I turn into this bear in front of them, I'm gonna intimidate for.
How do you do that? What do you do to make this intimidation?
I'm just gonna start like clawing, but not at. You know what I mean? Like just kind of
A show of dominance.
A show of dominance,
You
basically.
present your butt to them.
No, I show my claws to them.
Great.
The intimidation is actually at 11 because I think I get bear charisma, no.
Yeah.
I
no,
keep
you
my
keep your own.
charisma. Then it's a
Yeah.
12.
Okay. Bear charisma is worse than your charisma?
Yes, slightly.
Interesting. Okay. No, they're like bears. Whatever.
Well, they are crazy dwarves. And
They don't actually say that, but that's just how they react.
that's just a bonus action because I'm a moon druid, and so I'm going to attack for a 12 and a 15.
Both miss. The 15 hits.
Well, the 15 was actually a 16, so that
The
might
16 also hits.
help. But the 12, I did do the math right. So 12 and 16. So I'm gonna try to bite one of them and miss, and then I'm just gonna claw the other one after my show of dominance, and I'm gonna do 10 slashing damage.
Okay, fantastic. You rip into the closest one to you, and he looks like he's on death's door at this point. Your two buddies, they're keeping on. They swing with their mace again twice. Ooh, one of them crit. Fantastic. Okay, so they actually managed to kill one of the little crazy.
I wanted to kill one first.
Yeah, you suck.
Well,
Who's the loser now? No. I guess
Loser
it'd be,
druid.
I can't do the Scottish accent for who's the loser now. Okay, so yeah, they kill that one, and they deal a good amount of damage to this one. So there's three of the baddies left surrounding these two dudes, and with that, some of the Duergar are going to leave you. Let's say two of them are going to leave your area, so you can make an opportunity attack against one of them.
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna try to claw him for 16.
Hit.
That is, I think, 12 damage.
Oh. Yeah, 12 damage. You kill it. So there you go. You killed one as he was fleeing away from you.
So like as he flees, I just like kind of dig my claws into his back and then drag him across the cave floor and just smear him on there.
Fantastic. So there are still 4 around you, and there's 2 on the each of your buddies, each of the losers as well. And the 4 around you are gonna make some attacks. 10 misses, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I
Okay,
bear
good.
AC now, but yeah, still.
Okay. I assume that the 21 and 22 will hit.
Yeah, they might. They might hit me.
Yeah, okay.
Unless
They'll
I
do
have
it.
a full plate barding.
You pull out full plate bar.
Yeah, I've been donning my
somewhere.
armor. Yeah, I've been donning full plate bear armor for a little bit.
Fantastic. You're unable to move because it's the heaviest thing in the universe.
Also, it would give me enough AC.
That's true. So they're actually going to both deal you 6 damage as they swing 2 pickaxes into your bare shoulders.
Bear doesn't care.
Here, because you're not wearing barding.
Oh no, that was a real pun.
Oh man! And then the 4 around your loser buddies. Only one of them manages to hit. He does. Oh! He throws his dice off the table. He does a good amount of damage. You see that one of the losers is actually not doing so well at this point. You see him start to bleed lightly.
I'm glad that they're called just losers.
Well, what else would I call him? You know?
Noble Scotsman.
Yeah, and that takes us back to you at the top of the order.
Okay. As a bonus action, I'm going to healing surge. It's called combat wild shape.
Okay.
For 9 hit points back.
Great.
And then I'm just gonna roar at them and attack again, and hopefully do the math right this time. 17 and an 18 to hit.
Both hit.
And so, is there a guy that looks... The guy on death's door.
Yeah.
I'm just going to, paw him away.
You kill the shit out of him.
Yeah, so, that's... it's 12 damage. I'm just going to, sideswipe his face with a paw, and then I'm going to go in to bite someone else. Someone else around me. It's really just non-discriminate bear murdering at this point.
The best kind.
Yeah, and that's an 11 damage to kill someone else as much as I can.
You biting him?
Yeah.
You take his arm off. He drops his weapon, and he's bleeding. He grabs the wound. He's still alive, but he is in really, really, really poor shape.
And I do the thing. I rip off his arm, and then I hit him with his own hand, and I think in bear, stop hitting yourself. And there's blood everywhere. It's a horrible scene.
The thugs go, or I'm sorry, the losers go again, hitting with all 4 attacks that they get to make with their weapons. So that is great. That's a good chunk of damage out of. They kill another of these. What did you? White bearded. Crazy
albino. I didn't say white.
Albino white beards.
Albino white beards.
Anyway, they're sleeping donkeys. That takes us back to the sleeping donkey albino Duergars.
So how many are left?
There are 3 next to you. There are 3 around the losers. Okay, fantastic. One of them is in extremely poor condition. The other ones are all right-ish.
Around me?
One of them around you is in extremely poor condition. The other 2 are bleeding, but not too bad. Those 3 rather. I don't have to roll as many dice now. Yay! Those 3 are going to swing at you. 10?
Nope.
11?
No.
17.
Yes.
Okay. And they're going to deal you 4 bludgeoning damage as a hammer catches you on your bare paw.
Bear don't care.
Bear don't care. Then the other 3 going to make their attacks against the losers, and 2 of those attacks will land. 1 on each of the losers, dealing a substantial amount of damage. One of them is coughing up blood at this point. And that takes us back to you.
So, explain the situation the other guys are in.
They are... there's one of them who has 2... Duergar standing on either side, standing in front of him, beating him down, and he looks like he's in a bad way. The other one has 1 standing in front of him, and he looks like he's standing pretty tall, ready for whatever.
Okay.
And the Duergar in front of both of them look pretty okay. None of them are bleeding.
Okay. I'm going to try to... How does multi-tack work? Can I use it on different targets? Yeah, I can. Can I split it up between movement is what I meant.
That's a question that people aren't sure about, but I'm going to say that it'll function like the fighter's ability.
So, yes. Okay. So, I'm going to... There's one around me that looks bad, right?
Yeah. There's one of them... Yeah, it's terrible.
It was an 11
situation.
to hit him.
That misses.
So I'm actually 16 to hit him.
That hits.
So I'm not gonna do anything Oh, maybe I will. Okay. So 16 to claw him dead. I try to bite him, I miss, and then I claw him for 12 damage. So claw him dead, and then there's 2 on me. I'm actually gonna run towards and try and get next to the guy that looks hurt.
Okay.
And just roar. Just get by him and just roar like a bear. So I'm
intimidation.
2 opportunity attacks on my way out.
Woo! Yeah, both of those hit.
Okay.
23s. For a grand total of 10 bludgeoning / piercing damage.
Bear cares a little bit, so I don't think he's not bleeding yet, but he's got a big chunk out of him. So he kind of bear gallops over there and roars for a 3 intimidation.
No, they're not scared of you because you have this wimpy little...
Yeah. I'm assuming I was going to try to roar, but they kind of caught me off guard with hitting me with their hammers and stuff, so I was more like... Ugh.
Yeah, it was more of a grumble.
It was more of a ouch.
It sounded like a burp.
God damn it.
The losers seem appreciative, though, and they make their attacks. Both of them hit with their first attacks. Both of them hit with their second attacks. So they are going to do a good amount. Again. Ooh, max damage. And not max damage. Okay, so one of the baddies is just absolutely destroyed. He hits him, the one who's not doing so well, raises his mace above his head. You see blood trickling down from his ear, and he takes the mace in both hands and sort of just slams it twice quickly into the head of this Duergar standing in front of him, absolutely blowing him apart. And the other one does sort of like a spinning motion with his mace and smacks the Duergar in front of him twice in the head, dealing a good amount of damage and causing him to begin bleeding. And that takes us to the Duergar, who are going to converge on this bear.
Bear don't care.
2 of them will make their way over to you. The 2 that... Oh, man, they both swing it well. An 11?
11's gonna miss.
Okay, so then the 3 also misses.
Yes.
So, or I guess 4.
The 4 hits.
I've got a really weird AC.
Yeah, anything under 5 sneaks in my armor.
Yeah. So, yeah, they both miss, and then the other 2 that remain are going to make their attacks against the losers. One of them hits, the other one misses. Not a good amount of damage, just sort of... It seems like their power was in the numbers, and now that they've been dwindled down, they seem kind of sad. They're just kind of taking little tiny chunks out of each of you and not doing so much damage.
Did they hit me at all?
The other loser actually has started bleeding.
They didn't hit me, though, this round?
No. They both missed miserably.
Good. Actually, an 11's pretty close.
Back to you.
Back to me. There's the one guy that's bleeding pretty substantial, and there's a Duergar near him, right?
Yeah, he's bleeding a good amount. He's not on death's door or anything, but he's bleeding. Looks roughed up.
I'm gonna try to pin a dwarf.
Okay, you want to start a grapple?
Yeah, with a 22 strength check.
12 opposed, so yeah, he's grappled. Which one? The one that's standing next to this
Whoever's,
guy? Or
yeah,
one of the
whoever's
ones that
posing the
attacked you?
most danger to Bleeding Man.
Okay, there's 2 of them behind you. You may be bound forward and tackle this one that's standing in front of the loser. And you do so. He's grappled. Is that your whole turn?
Yeah, that's actually... I'm just kind of grappling him. I can maybe intimidate him, but he's on the ground already.
The thugs have sort of gone into this back-to-back stance. Oh, that's a bummer. One of them connects with their first hit.
If anyone's attacking Prone Man, they should get advantage.
They already have advantage.
For being awesome.
Pack tactics. So 3 of their attacks hit. 2 of them sending the loser that's looking a little bit better. He takes his mace in 2 hands and just rears back with all of his might and sends the Duergar closest to him actually flying off his feet, crushes in his ribs, and the Duergar lands in a heap. The other one kind of spins his mace a little fancy causing him to miss the first attack, but the second one he connects with, dealing a good amount of damage to the one that you've got pinned to the ground. And that takes us to the Duergar, who are going. One of them's going to try to get up with a 17 opposed strength check.
6.
Okay, so he manages to push his way past you and stand up. That does take his whole turn, though. And the remaining 2 behind you are going to move forward and swing. One for a 12.
That's going to hit.
But the other for a 15.
They're both going to hit.
A pickaxe and a warhammer come crashing down into you. Damn. One of them dealing 3, the other dealing 4. So that's 7 total damage.
I think, that's going to make me bloody. So the bear's starting to bleed.
And that takes us back to the top of the order with you.
How to pin a guy. So the guy, I'm going to attack the guy who was pinned. I don't get pack tactics, right?
No.
Yarn. It was a 10
well,
to...
do you have that feature as a
no,
bear?
not at all.
Then no, you don't.
10 to bite him, and
Miss.
a 17 to claw him.
Hit.
And the claws are going to do pretty high damage. 14 damage.
And which one is this against?
The guy who crawled out from under me.
Okay. That's unfortunate. He does not go down. He is extremely hurt. You said you clawed him, right?
Uh-huh.
You tear his armor off of his body and dig your claws deeply into his chest. He looks like he's in a bad way. The thugs, the losers, recognizing this... Is that your whole turn?
Yeah, that's my whole turn.
Recognizing this, they ready another volley of attacks. One of them crashes into this man whose armor you've just ripped off, killing him instantly. The other one comes running across after having sent a Duergar flying, and with a running attack just crashes a mace into the head of one of the 2 remaining ones. And then they both turn around and attack that same one again. Ooh, they managed to actually kill it. So fighting the same dude at the same time seems to be a good idea, and they absolutely demolish this guy. And the last remaining Duergar is going to stand up. Well, I guess he's standing already. He's going to sort of hunch and sneak away as best as he can. That's going to draw 3 opportunity attacks. One from you and one from each of the...
17 to hit.
17 hits.
That is a 13 claw damage.
Oh, really? Okay, he doesn't even get to get away. You kill him as he tries to run for his life, and that takes you out of initiative, and the 2 losers look at you and say...
I'm going to turn out of a bear.
You're going to turn back into an elf.
A bloody crest, yeah.
They say to you, "Thank you. I do not think we would have made it out of there if it not for you."
Same to you. Think we could rest here for a bit?
Just up the pass, there's shelter. We've used it in the past. Should keep us safe for a good while. I think all of us could use a nice rest.
So I assume we're going to trek there. I'm a little bloody, leaning on my cane.
Yeah, it's not very far, 5 minutes, and you make it all the way to this. It's like a hidden alcove that there's like a stone that you can roll. And inside there's a couple of bed rolls and a fire, like a fire pit, which they light and start cooking some food and prepare for a long rest. Questions, comments, concerns?
That was I think that was our first mass battle besides the time they just paralyzed me with the
Yeah, you actually stood a chance against these dudes.
Yeah, so that was kind of fun to see, and I took a gamble on thunder waving myself.
I thought it would do a lot more to them, but it didn't.
I thought I could make a save against 14.
You should have been able to, I think.
Am I proficient on con? No, see?
Yeah.
I rolled like a really low.
Yeah, they didn't roll very well either. I think 11 was the highest, which gave them a 13. But, man, I don't like doing that. Mass combat's really hard as a DM, especially if I only have one player. I wanted to have it sort of be swarming you, but at the same time, it's like, I have to play 17 characters then.
So that was episode 11 of Threshold Moonlight. Yeah.
It's good to be back.
Yeah, we took a little break. This is actually our season 2, where I'm on this continent doing things.
Yeah.
If you like what you're hearing, always tell a friend. You can always check us out on iTunes. Leave a review.
Oh man, we're
in sync. It helps us out a ton if you leave a review. We're also on Stitcher, a very convenient app for listening to podcasts, and we're on Twitter, Studio LT3, and Facebook.com/Studio LT3.
Come and say hi. We'd love to hear from you.
Yeah, we have conversations on Twitter around release days. It's every Thursday we release, and all this is possible because of Threshold Classic. They release on Monday, so you probably have seen their season premiere this last Monday.
Yeah, it should have been out. I'm very excited for that.
Yeah,
we're actually on Saturday before, so
we're recording it right before it, but we're getting pumped.
Woo!
Yeah, that's about all. So keep playing D&D. We love it.
It's so great. Other than that, thank you all very much for listening, and we'll see you back again next week.
See you guys next week.